I need to give a shout out to Ticket TV because he was absolutely 100% right about LeVar Ball. I just didn't want him to necessarily be. Maybe just 50% right.
It's a young samurai, I smoke a spliff in the cup, and I pass a lot to my bro. No fuck with my flow. Couple bad bitches and a cup of that tro. So it's just THC.
BBN Jack Frost, what's up, party people? Hey, before the video even start, hit that like button, subscribe, and join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. All right, first thing I'm going to do is give a shout out to Ticket TV. Go check out Ticket TV. He got a pretty good channel. He does a lot of sports. And he was the first one to alert me of this. The whole Liangelo Ball situation in general and this new breakdown that's going on with the gentleman. So basically, Liangelo Ball and two of his teammates had went into 3 high-end establishments. I can't call the 3 off my head. I'm sorry about that, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, because it's not important which stores. You know, he went into 3 high-end stores, and they were shoplifting from 3. So they didn't just shoplift once. They shoplifted from 3 different high-end stores. And they got filmed on video. Another thing I want to give Ticket a shout out about is he has a point. Like, Ticket has been saying for the longest that LeVar Ball is not that great of a father. He's been saying that for the longest. He's been getting killed by some of the people and that has heard him say it. And I tried to give LeVar Ball the benefit of the doubt because, you know, we all fall short. So I tried to myself give LeVar the benefit of the doubt. But right now, there is no more benefit of the doubt that could be given to this man. And it's not because his son did what his son did. You know, you are responsible for your own actions. It was because of his response. His response was, basically, it wasn't any big deal. Also, another thing that I've made commented about before is Liangelo is like the left out son. He's like, okay, he has all, okay, Lonzo's the oldest. It is what it is. How do we skip all the way to LaMelo next? Just skip from Lonzo all the way to LaMelo. He wasn't trying to push Liangelo at all. But he was pushing LaMelo and he's pushing Lonzo hard. I'm talking about in the media. So, yeah, LaMelo had the money to most likely, Liangelo had the money to most likely purchase these things. These guys got money. But when kids don't have that, not all kids, not every kid can be self-contained. Like some people are self-contained. They don't need to impress others. They don't need to feel like they're part of a group. They're all right by themselves. A lot of YouTubers, a lot of single content YouTubers, like people that do YouTube and it's like just them, are that way. No, a lot of us don't need to have big groups of people in order to make us feel better about ourselves. You know what I'm saying? That's why we're able to do YouTube. We sit around in a freaking room or by ourselves for hours on end making videos. And it's okay. But some people, they need other people to validate them. And it just seems to me like this particular situation is a situation where Liangelo, after sitting around watching his brothers be idolized the way that they're idolized, not just in the media, but in his father's eyes, just felt like just doing something. I'm not even going to say for attention, but I'm going to say to fit in. I'm not going to say he did this for attention, because I'm going to assume that he didn't go to China, one of the worst countries that you can go to and commit crimes, especially if you're a foreigner, and commit a crime. But I will say he probably was just doing what he was doing to fit in. He got he got tangled up. And I know what people say all the time. It's like he gotta be responsible for your own actions. So whatever he did, he's responsible for his own actions. Don't get it confused. But what I'm saying is, you could look at a person and know a follower. You could look at a person and know a leader. You could look at a person and know somebody who isn't either. Because not everybody's one or the other. Some people just are. Now, the main thing that really grabbed me when I first initially heard it, when LeVar Ball was speaking about his sons, and LeVar Ball talks extensively about LaMelo. He talks extensively about Lonzo. But you really rarely ever hear him talking about Liangelo. So they were having a conversation about how he disciplines his kids. And he said, well, you know, the way Lonzo is, something or other, you know, you hit Lonzo one time for something, that's it, he ain't gonna do it again. Something along those lines. He said something about LaMelo, LaMelo, I can't remember what it was, it didn't really jump out to me. But the thing he said about Liangelo jumped out to me. He said, you can hit Liangelo, and he don't really care. He's like, he a big boy. And that's what he attributed it to. That Liangelo's a big, strong boy. So he hits him and it really doesn't do anything. But then you're taking away from the understanding of, you don't hit your child to physically hurt your child. You're not trying to see how hard you can hit your child. That's not, you're not trying to see how much pain you can inflict on your child. That's abuse. The best example I could give is, if you have a dog or a cat, and let's say you have a cat, you want to make your cat stop jumping up on shit. You go get yourself a water bottle, you fill the water bottle up, the cat jumps up on something, you spray the cat in the face, the cat will jump down. Pretty soon the cat will stop jumping up on that thing that the cat's been jumping on, because the cat don't want to get sprayed in the face with water. You disciplined your cat without harming your cat, without causing your cat distress. When you physically discipline your child, you're not supposed to be trying to beat the life out of your child. You're doing what you're doing in order for your child to know how important it is for that child to not do whatever they did. Now, if you are using how hard you beat your child or how hard you hit your child as a barometer of what the child did wrong, when you go up to your child and just smack the child on the hand, it won't be a big deal, because it'll be like, at least it wasn't like that time I got hit with the belt, so I can keep doing this. But if you're one of those parents that you see a child doing something stupid and you smack them in the back of the head every now and then, that doesn't necessarily hurt, but your child gets the point. So when he said, you know, you can hit Liangelo as hard as you want, and he doesn't even care. It's like he doesn't feel it. To me, that's more of an emotional disconnect. There's an emotional disconnect there. It's not about how physically strong he is, because you shouldn't be trying to beat the life out of your children. That's abuse. That's what these people that stuck back in the slave days with the slave mentality do to their children. Try to kill their children at every opportunity. That's not love. It says spare the rod, rock the child, but it doesn't say beat your kid half to death or rock the child. But you have people that's what they believe. They realistically believe that if they have to physically discipline their child has to walk around in pain for a couple of days in order to get the message. That's a slave mentality. That's what that is. No one that does that loves their child. You can't tell me any different. No one that can have a sustained assault of any kind, whether it's verbal, whether it's physical, whether it's emotional assault on your child, loves your child. You can say you do, you can act like you do, you can buy your child all the stuff in the world. But love is an emotional thing. It's a connection. I know people that abuse their children, and to hide the fact that they're abusing their children so harshly, their children have to grow up with everybody thinking that their children is crazy. Because the person has to go around, or the people, because I know a couple of people who do this. The people have to go around lying on their children and exaggerating on their children. So if their children ever tell somebody about the abuse, no one would believe them. This shit needs to stop. So yes, Ticket was 100% right. When he gets upset because people act like LeVar Ball is such a great parent. I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt. Because in this world, we do grade how well a parent has done as far as how successful the children become. That's just facts. But when LeVar Ball said that, and I heard this months ago. I heard this before the before the summer. Lonzo was still in college when I heard this. He was still playing. And it stuck with me. Because it just didn't, I didn't like the way it sounded. He tried to pass it off like Liangelo is so tough. No, he's disconnected. You and Liangelo don't have a bond. You and LaMelo, y'all have a bond. You and Lonzo, y'all have a bond. You and LaMelo, y'all don't have a bond. Pardon me, you and Liangelo. Him and Liangelo don't have a bond. Him and LaMelo has a bond. Him and Lonzo has a bond. Him and Liangelo, they don't have a bond. And if they do, it's nowhere near as strong as the bond between between his two other children, the first and the last. Now, with that being said, there's many, many, many middle childs out here that just get lost. And it's a sad thing, but it happens. Some parents are just not emotionally capable enough to be able to handle more than one or more than two or more than three responsibilities of the children at a time. Some parents just show their favoritism so strongly that that child recognizes it like everybody else in the world. Imagine being your parents' least favorite child, and everyone knows. Let's say you're not a celebrity. You're not in the celebrity world. You're just regular mofo. But every single person in your family knows that you're the least favorite child. Every single one of your family friends, all of the friends that know your parents know that you're the least favorite child. Everyone knows this. I mean, this doesn't always happen to the youngest. Pardon me. This doesn't always happen to the middle child. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes this happens to the oldest. Sometimes this happens to the youngest. But it happens. And it's really prevalent. I mean, it happens in all walks of life. Don't get me wrong. But in our communities, it really, really happens a lot. Because we put so much of an onus on who's going to be successful that we don't realize that when there's individuals that their opportunities for success are less than the other kids, they might need a little bit more attention. And rather than give them that, some parents focus all their attention on the child that they believe will become successful. So the kid that already needed a little bit more of a push, needed a little bit more of a help, needed a little bit more love because they just did, they don't receive it. So Liangelo Ball shoplifted from 3 major stores in China. And stealing in China has a minimum of 5 years. Now with that exactly. Now, with that being said, his team is flying back to America. He ain't. He's not flying back to America. Lonzo Ball's money, or whatever monies that they have, can't save him. Lonzo Ball's money, or whatever money he have, can't save him. This isn't a money issue. This also isn't a country that's indebted to America. America's indebted to them. We also don't have a president who, if there was really any reason for him to get involved in this, which there isn't, would get involved in this. All I can say is, let's all pray for Liangelo. Liangelo needs a lot of prayers. Him and the other 2 dudes that's involved in the mess. I don't even know those guys' names. That's kind of sad. But if I made this video about those other 2 guys going to China, I would get 0 views. No one to know who those dudes are. I'd have to make some kind of outlandish heading and hope that some people accidentally click. Look, it is what it is, man. Dude did what he did. He's going to have to. There's no telling. He might be in jail for like 3-4 months before they even take him to trial. He might be. Like, I don't even know how the justice system work over there. They might be able to hold him for like 2-3 years before they even see his case. I don't know how the justice system works over there. You're talking about a country that had a festival where they eat dogs. Like, literally, eat thousands of dogs. It was a festival. It is a festival. I think they still do it. We're talking about a country that does that. That's what we're talking about. A country that's still in the 21st century. I believe we're in the 21st century. In this century, that country still eats actual dogs. Breeds them, raises them, kills them, eats them. That's what we're talking about. Pick your friends good, man. Pick the people that you choose to spend your time with well. If you pick people that's going to be trying to get over, if you pick people well. Anyway, that's all I got on this one. I feel bad for homeboy. He put his own self in this situation. But if we don't acknowledge his upbringing, if anybody does anything and we don't acknowledge their upbringing, whether they are successful or whether they are not successful, then we're discounting them and their lives. Charles Manson didn't come out of his mother's womb as a maniac. Something happened. President Obama didn't come out of his mother being able to have all the charisma in the world. Something happened. Benjamin Cumberbatch didn't come out of his mother doing a great job of acting. Something happened. Michael Jackson didn't come out of his mom's singing and throwing notes around and moonwalking. Something happened. Liangelo Ball didn't just go to China and shoplift. Something happened. Let me hear your comments down below. I want to know what y'all guys think about this. Anybody that made it to the end of the video, please put hashtag Bronx Bombers. Y'all love y'all. Let's make this a day. Everybody know which child you have that just needs a little bit more attention than the rest. But let's make this a day where we show all of the children a lot of attention. Do something with your kids. This is family day today. This is family day. We're going to get the kids together and we're going to do a family activity today. Like, comment, subscribe, join the notification gang, hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. Love y'all. Keep each other safe. You hear gunfire, get down on the ground. That's all I got on this one. I'm out. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you would like to help dictate the direction that this channel takes, please leave a comment. All comments are appreciated, whether positive or negative. Thank you very much and enjoy your day. And remember, positive thoughts cause for positive things to happen. Let's get it.